na na na. Oh, girl.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Terry or Teresia. As you could see, we're outside. Spring is finally here, or summer even if we want to push it. It's still a bit cold, hence the jacket. But yeah, I just thought it might be nice to actually film outside for once. I hope those kids aren't too loud. But yeah, so today's video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me some questions. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, be sure to do that. I post there almost every day, so you guys can get, stay up to date with me, what I'm doing, what I'm, up to and stuff like that. Alright, so the first question is from t.risa03. Her name on Instagram I saw is Terry. Nice name. And her question is, what's the best thing about living in Germany? I'd like to move there one day. And I think that's a very difficult question. There are a lot of positives, obviously sometimes there are negatives, which I've mentioned as well. But overall, I think quality of life, you're just it's really nice. There's so many things to do. I really am glad that I live in a city like Munich, and it's gonna have to be specific to Munich, because I think if I was living in even in another city or in a smaller town or something, my opinion would definitely be another one. They always refer to it as the village because although it's a big city, international, and there's a lot of things going on here, it still maintains a very villagey, natural vibe. There's so much nature around you. It's very good if you want to raise a family. It's definitely very manageable, so it's not too big so you're overwhelmed. I love how international Germany is in general. Because of job opportunities, a lot of people come to Germany, study opportunities as well, so you can meet a lot of different people. If you want to learn languages, you would have the opportunity to practice with more people, I think. So yeah, I just think there are a lot of opportunities in Germany, so I think that'd be my number one thing: opportunities and quality of life. That was a long-winded answer, I'm sorry. Second question is from TreyB91, and their question is, do you prefer living in Trinidad or Germany? Well, I'm from Tobago, but that's a very difficult question, and growing up between both places, it's kind of difficult to say. If I had come fresh to Germany, with no, not having been born here, no family, then for me it would have been completely different. And then growing up in Tobago with my family and everything, it's both places are kind of home, but not in a way. I think growing up in Trinidad and Tobago was definitely perfect. Going to the beach on the weekends and just having school to think about was definitely perfect. So it was a sweet paradise type of living growing up. But I think when you get past that high school age and you want to actually, spread your wings a bit, explore more opportunities, I definitely think Germany is the perfect place for me right now for that. As I mentioned, it's manageable. It's not too to the point that you're really overstressed with the rat race or anything like that. For growing up, I'm glad the majority of my time was in Trinidad and Tobago, and for now, my early 20s, I think Germany is perfect. Third question is from Youngrod, aka Isaac. Hey, and his question is, what country have you been to, visited, or lived in for more than 2 weeks that you felt the most comfortable in? That's a very good question. I went to New York for the first time in 2016, and I really, really liked it, and I felt very much at home. So in terms of country, I'd definitely say the United States. I went for the first time when I was 12, and I was actually very anxious to go. Nervous, actually, because we were going to Arizona to visit some of my dad's family, and I wasn't sure how. I never met them before, so I was extremely nervous in a way. But I felt very much at home. So in general, in terms of country, I'm just gonna have to say the United States. The sun is going. Can you see me? The fourth question is from CK_prod. Favorite place you've been to and why? I love New York. New York City, and to be very specific, Manhattan. I love Manhattan. It's just so much happened in such a short space of time. It's one of the first major points that a lot of immigrants came to. There's just a lot of life there, people from really every corner of the globe, and I just think there's an energy. And I remember the first time coming up these subway steps, first morning in Manhattan, I was just blown away from the buildings, looking up literally like this, to the people being so open and just talking to you on the street. I really appreciate that. I think this goes back to where I felt more comfortable, is I can be very shy and kind of closed off sometimes, and I think New York or the United States, for the most part, that openness kind of brings that warmer nicer side of me out in a sense, and I appreciate that about their young people. The next question is from so.Teresa, and she asks, what is your dream job? Are you happy with what you're studying right now? And that's a very, very good question. My dream job has always been, well, you see, it's been kind of mixed up, so it's a very, very good question. I always wanted to be a writer of some sort. So there was a time I really wanted to be a lyricist and write songs, and then there was another time where I just really, really wanted to become a writer, like a proper author. But for the most part, I really want to become a screenwriter. I want to become an actress,
director, producer. I really want to do everything.
And yeah, we'll come back to this video in a few years, okay? Are you happy with what you're studying right now? I'm studying American Studies, which is pretty much American cultural history, well, North American cultural history and literature. And I mean, it has really nothing to do with what I want to do. Not to say nothing. A lot of people ask, like, what are you going to do with that afterwards? I didn't even know that was something you could study. But I think it's definitely, they have a lot of topics and subjects that I'm very, very interested in. We tackle different things in politics. Sometimes there are law courses that are offered in that degree. There's just really a lot of different options that you can do. So I think it really, in terms of like personal interest, I'm really interested in what I'm studying. As it relates to my career options with this degree, you can become a teacher, you can work for a publishing house, you can go into writing, which is kind of up my alley. I'm happy with what I'm studying for myself. You know, I'm learning a lot about American history and culture, and that's really, really good. Extremely relevant, I think, today. So I'm definitely glad that I'm studying that. It's a very good question. Thank you, everybody, for sending in your questions. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to do so. Yeah, it'll be cool, you know, a little community over there as well. I hope you guys like this outdoor video. I mean, you didn't really see much outdoor, just pretty much me. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, wherever it is you are in the world, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
It go be trouble